We gotta start over.
No, we don't have to start over. We can start over. It doesn't matter. We're talking about Fantastic Four anyway, okay?
Okay, you're
Yeah,
right.
we're just gonna jump.
We're doing it live. We're doing it fucking live, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My finger was too close to the space bar. I fucking pressed the button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, Nerd Ledger stuff, blah blah blah. Spoiler warning. We're talking about Fantastic Four. Talk about Fantastic Four. Say some things. Get us started here.
So I think that the movie is very entertaining. I think that it was an entertaining watch. I was glad I went and saw it. Unlike Superman, this is not a movie I want to see again. Like I don't have the urge to go see it again in theaters. Um, it's like it's the thing. Like it's just a solid 7 out of 10, man. Like it's not anything special. Like it's just a cool. Like it's not like the soft reboot of the MCU or whatever that they were kind of hoping for. I think in a lot of ways. Like Galactus was cool. Like spoilers, by the way, Galactus shows up and he's cool, but everyone knows he's going to be in the theater anyway. And the popcorn head helmet literally gives it away. So it's literally right there. You know, you can turn on the eyes. There you go. Yeah, just leave them on the rest of the podcast. Even though your head covers them, that's inconvenient. That's there we go. Something like that. I don't know. There we go. Galactus is there, and he looks really cool. Like that was neat, I guess. Like I don't know. Like man, maybe I have superhero burnout or something, but I just don't think this like the movie was just a 7 out of 10. Like it did some stuff. The heroes had to go save the day from some big threat to Earth. Everyone on Earth was like all coming together, and it was all nice and awesome and wholesome and stuff like that. And it was kind of ridiculous in a lot of
Were
ways.
they
Like
coming together though?
yeah, they were because they all did like the power recycling thing or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. The people of Earth, were very. They were very people like. They were very mad at the Fantastic Four after they loved the Fantastic Four. Is it it
And
reminded
she
me a
gave
little bit
and
of
it's
Superman.
okay.
You know.
She gave a little speech with
You
her
know.
while holding her baby, and everything was okay. It's fine.
Yeah,
So
totally.
exactly,
Uh huh. Yeah.
and they go to live in Multopia,
No, no, Subterranea.
the Subterranea, whatever, the
Yeah.
land of the mole men.
You know, I left the movie wondering what they accomplished.
Yeah, like
Like,
it was a cool superhero movie, but what else? Like it doesn't. The problem is, it's kind of like it's. I don't even know how to describe this. It's like a conundrum, right? It's like since it's not correct connected to any of the rest of the MCU in any way, shape, or form, it's actually quite like it's like not an interesting movie. There's nothing to like speculate on here. Like we got everything we wanted. We know that the Magic Space Baby has Magic Space powers because
it,
I have another friend who I've been talking to lately, and she likes comics too. And she said that Reed Richards and Susan's their child is like freaking OP as fuck, right? Like he's like a
yes.
living god or whatever. So
I
he's like,
mean, he can create, pocket universes and do a lot of really crazy things. Yes.
yeah, he's
Um,
like annoyingly overpowered.
and
He's
at,
like
and at some point, Galactus became his herald. Um,
mm.
Lots of wacky things in comic. And Fantastic Four is wacky. And as
Yeah.
someone who loves
Well,
Fantastic Four, I can tell you
it's
it's
like
fucking
it's like a
wacky.
team. It's like a team. Like the whole concept is like just campy from the get go. Like it's like a team of superheroes that ganged up. Like and they got it's
Well,
like
they're
they all got
family. They're
superpowers.
family.
They all got
Um,
superpowers because they went up on this like the space shuttle and they got hit by like special waves of magnetic energy that like transformed their bodies.
cosmic energy. Yeah.
They got hit by cosmic energy. Whatever.
Yeah. That
You need
altered their
glasses to push
DNA.
up when you say that shit.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Altered their DNA. Yeah, exactly. And they
Mm-hmm.
were created, and they're the Fantastic Four. And
Yes. Marvel's first family, the first superhero team in comics.
mm,
Um. This movie was kind of a love note to Jack Kirby, who was the illustrator for the Fantastic Four. Um, yeah, I I don't know. Like Fantastic Four was fun in comics to a certain extent, right? And like this movie was interesting, but it's like it's one of those things where I want to see it again to really form a nuanced opinion because it's like I like the movie, but people on the internet tell me I should either love the movie or despise the movie. Uh,
Yeah. I'm in
and
the middle of the road. Like, I was like, yeah, it was a cool movie.
I'm kind of there too. Like, I get what you mean when you say like they played it safe. Like they didn't do what a lot of other Marvel movies have done lately, which is undercut every serious moment with a joke kind of thing. Like the movie is very nice visually. It looks incredible. Um, Story wise, it's fine. Like it's kind of like it's mostly what you expect, other than Galactus doesn't
Pyramid.
actually win, right? Like you do expect, right? And like we talked about this before, you do expect the movie to end with Galactus destroying their world and them entering the MCU. Um, that doesn't happen. Um, a lot of things that you expect don't happen, which is fine. You want to keep people on their toes and give them something they don't expect. But the end result is, unfortunately, you leave the movie going, okay, well, what actually happened, right? And what actually happened is Franklin Richards
Hey,
has been introduced. And,
and you
it,
think that's like that's it? You think like
well,
crazy OP space baby is born?
it's that it's I don't know. Like Galactus was beat by Sue Storm more or less, which is fine. Like Sue Storm is incredibly powerful. Anybody who's read comics knows. Anybody who's read the Civil War event knows that. Um, I mean, even in the first appearance of Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four number 48, Sue Storm saves the Fantastic Four from Maximus's negative zone that he created as they're escaping. Like her powers allow them to not get sucked into a negative zone, right? Like she's always been incredibly powerful. She's also been a damsel
For
in
the
distress many times.
for the uninitiated, what's a negative zone?
So essentially, it's really okay. So
Because you can't just go around. Okay, well, she can like counter a negative zone. If she can counter a negative zone, she can do anything. Like, what is the negative zone, bro?
so Maximus is the brother of Black Bolt, who, while the Inhumans are gone, tries to take over Adelan and claim himself to be king, and get all the Inhumans to hate humans on Earth because they're different and they'll persecute them, right? And so Maximus goes to Earth and he tries to use this device to kill all the humans, but it doesn't work because they have the same structural DNA as the Inhumans. And like then he's like upset, so then he like reverses the polarity to create essentially like a negative zone, which like will destroy like life within it or whatever. I don't fucking know. It was really weird. Like the Fantastic Four is running away from it, and Sue has to put up a force field around them as they're escaping to ward off the negative zone. That's and it's it would kill them if they got sucked in. You know,
All right,
that's pretty much it. Anyway,
got it.
yeah, that was very interesting. I'm sure to everyone. Like, I think that Marvel wants the Fantastic Four to be cool, and to most people, the Fantastic Four were never cool. I liked Fantastic Four. I read a lot of Fantastic Four. Um, I like the gimmicky, adventure-y, science fiction parts of it, right? Like that's what it is. And so, like in Doctor Doom's first appearance, he kidnaps Sue Storm and he forces Johnny and the Thing and Mr. Fantastic to go back in time to steal Blackbeard's treasure, Because he created a time machine to send them back in time so that he could acquire Blackbeard's treasure.
Just
Because
Blackbeard's treasure?
what?
It's just Blackbeard's treasure straight
Yeah,
up? Like,
apparently I haven't read it in a long time. I think like the gemstones within it possess some sort of like magic, and he's a magician. And the wackiest part is that when the Fantastic Four members, aside from Sue Storm, because she's tied up by Doctor Doom, when they arrive in the way ancient past, in the pirate times, they have to dress up like pirates to fit in, right?
yeah.
And it turns out that the Legend of Blackbeard started because the Thing was dressed as Blackbeard, and apparently he is Blackbeard. And that's where the legend came from. And so they stole his own treasure with no treasure inside it. They just brought the chest back and fooled Doctor Doom, and then they blew up part of his castle and escaped. Anyway,
Yep.
very wacky stuff, right? Like
They should
imagine
have
it.
done that. Honestly, if they would have done that, there probably would have been a more entertaining movie. Like if like Robert Downey Jr. just showed up and like told Pedro Pascal, "Okay, I kidnapped your fucking wife, and you you need to go back
Yeah.
in time, and you need to get Blackbeard's treasure for me because the gems have ancient powers. And I need you to
Yeah,
take
because
them."
he
And
needs
they're
to
like,
take he wants to rule the earth, and those
"Exactly,
gems are going to give him the power
help."
and ability to rule the earth. Um
Yeah. So,
so
dude, and they all went back in time to Blackbeard's time and had to deal with like pirates
yeah.
from yonder.
And
That would have been
the thing wanted to stay because he was revered as a pirate. He wanted to stay there, and they're like, "You can't stay here. You need to have a shitty life back on Earth where everybody hates you."
exactly, dude. It's
So
just like he looks so sad with his cutlass and his like pirate hat, and he's just having a good old time.
yeah, and it's also the thing's blind girlfriend who gets the Silver Surfer to see humanity and kind of get him to turn against Galactus. Obviously, we didn't get the thing's blind girlfriend Alicia in this movie. We didn't really need her, and they did Shala Ball instead of.
What was
Uh,
going on with Shala and like Johnny, dude? That stuff was whole weird. Like he was deconstructing her language or something like that. Like I just don't like.
yeah,
I thought that whole sequence is really stupid and dumb, and that's why like probably for me what knocked it down to the 7 out of 10 range. Was it like there were a lot of like odd sequences that didn't really add up to anything at all. Like
yeah.
I
I think they captured Mr. Fantastic really well. Like he's not supposed to
mm,
be likable really. Like he is that guy. Like he does, he's the logical guy. He doesn't always he's not very empathetic. He doesn't really like all he's concerned about is solving problems, right?
yeah.
And I think they did a good job with that. And Pedro Pascal, like, I get all the memes and all that stuff. But he's a good actor. There's a reason he gets cast in so many things. I think he did a good job. I thought Vanessa Kirby, like, I think the whole cast was pretty good. I think the characterizations of most of the characters were pretty good. Johnny Storm
Mm,
was fine. Like, again, in comics, he's always like the kid, the young kid who's like getting into trouble, kind of, doing anything he can to save random women, including Medusa's sister Crystal, who's also an Inhuman, who he was smitten by, and when they were trying to escape the negative zone, he wanted to go back and save Crystal. She was fine, by the way. He didn't need to save her. Anyway,
mm.
so yeah, like they kind of like took that kind of element of Johnny Storm and put it here, where like he's like hyper obsessive over this woman figure, alien figure, and he wants to contribute in some way, and I feel like they didn't really know the best way to kind of get him to contribute, because what else does he really do in the movie, right? Like, not a whole lot.
Yeah.
um I did like the first like kind of representation of his powers, where he was able to, like, where there was like a fire, he was able to like suck the oxygen out of the air and put the fire out. Like things like that are really cool, and I know people were like, "Hey, when is this one of his powers?" And it's like, just read some comics, guys. Like They learn to use their powers in a lot of interesting ways to where it's not just like, oh, he's the guy who, flames on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like there were really cool sequences. There were really cool shots. The film looked beautiful, but it's hard for me to like go beyond saying what you said, where it's a fine film. Like I didn't leave that movie going, holy shit, I love that movie. It was so good. And maybe that's why I want to see it again to try to see if I missed some things or if I was thinking too critically about it while watching it or something like that. Because a lot of people really loved it, but I don't really love it. I thought it was just fine.
Yeah, I thought it was just okay. Like it was average, Like the
Yeah.
movie theater popcorn was more exciting, even though it was quite crumbly, than the
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But it was
There
just
was too many kernels in the popcorn.
too many kernels in the popcorn. Yeah, it was like broken down. It was like the bottom of the bin. That's how you know it's the bottom of the bin when it starts
But it
getting
was
really small like
fresh.
that.
Like it's just like they didn't
Yeah,
cook it long enough.
I don't know.
Go
But
The popcorn is half the reason to even go to a movie theater.
theater exactly, dude.
So
Um, I think Galactus looked cool and the heroes saved the day. Like, I don't know what else to describe this movie. And then the magic space baby was born. Like Jesus has come. If that's like,
it's an
it depends on how important that
adventure
is. Yeah.
sci-fi film. It's not like
They just jumped to FTL like for no like just like they just do it. Like, okay, we're going to FTL, by the way.
there are like cool things that happen. Does this movie challenge you in any way, intellectually or emotionally? Not a whole bunch. Um, well, definitely not intellectually, I don't think. But like, and I don't know. Like my biggest problem with the 2015 Fantastic Four, other than it being complete fucking trite dog shit, was that
Yeah.
like by the end, nothing had been accomplished at all.
Yeah.
And I guess some things have been accomplished here, but when the movie ended, my first thought was, okay, what did they accomplish though? Right?
I
Like,
just I guess we just gotta wait and see, I guess, what they're gonna do in the next movies to see how it works in, because that's the thing. Like, was there a post credit scene or something like that at all?
so there was the post credit scene where
Doctor Doom was like interacting with the magic space baby.
yes, and not the AI deepfake one that everybody's posting online. Like you don't see his face.
Yeah.
It's just you just see Sue Storm with her baby. She gets up to do something. She comes back, and her baby is talking to a hooded figure who's kneeling down, holding the Doctor Doom mask. Right.
Yeah.
And Sue's ready to kick his ass, and that's where it ends. And then the other post credit scene was just like it was irrelevant, completely irrelevant. Um,
No.
there was it was just like the old Fantastic Four cartoon from like the '60s, like a scene from it. Like it didn't accomplish anything. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, obviously we're setting up a little bit for Doomsday here, but the movie. Okay, let's see. What does the movie do? It establishes Silver Surfer and Galactus, and then they're gone. So nothing's happening there. They're in another universe now. It establishes Franklin Richards. Okay, Franklin Richards, very powerful character. They emphasize how powerful he is. He's a magic space baby. Some people call him Magic Jesus Space Baby. You know, because there's
Does he use his
this
powers for good or for evil?
for good,
Cage.
you
Yeah,
know,
for good.
for
Yeah.
good. But he also that now I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. It's either I think it happens in some versions of the comics, but not every version. That Franklin Richards put himself inside his mom's stomach, like he created himself. There's like
Yeah.
there's like a whole
I've
thing
seen
around
them.
that.
I've seen that meme actually. That like you can't explain comics to your normal friends because like he impregnated his own mom essentially. Like, is that what you're Is that what you're
Yeah,
putting down?
yeah, that's what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
So
I know there's a lot of weird shit in comics, so like it's fine. Like there's always like a weird family stuff and everything like
well,
that.
because you get people that complain like, oh, this guy can stretch and this lady can create force fields and turn invisible, and they created this magic baby that can like create pocket universes and do crazy things. It's like, yeah, I mean, like, okay, like most normal parents who had the X gene created Jean Grey. Like her parents weren't mutants, right? Like
Hmm.
it doesn't matter what their abilities are. You get the right forms of DNA. I mean, I get it. Like the Fantastic Four are not mutants. They got their powers from cosmic rays,
Hmm.
and radiation. Uh,
Change their DNA to give them fantastic powers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but but yeah, like
Together they are the Fantastic Four.
exactly.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
So how does Franklin Richards become so powerful? How is he creating pocket dimensions at 3 years old? Well, it's comics. Like not everything always makes sense. And then they try to explain it later, and then they retcon it, and then there's another universe that starts, and it is what it is. It is what it is. The canonness, the continuity of a story in comics eventually becomes way too convoluted, and then they reset it all the time with events. And that's what Secret Wars was in the 80s, and that's what Secret Wars was in 2015, and that's what Secret Wars is going to be as a movie. It's going to essentially soft reboot the universe, right? Because they need to. Marvel needs something fresh, right? We still have some characters from the first 5 phases of the MCU who are out there doing things, and now you got some new characters and this and this and this. But they need to soft reboot this shit, right? Like they need to refresh the universe without so many questions about what happened to this character and what happened to that character and why did you guys just abandon this story or because it's a new universe now, guys. Okay, that's why. So that's what Secret Wars is gonna accomplish, or should
Come
accomplish.
out.
What?
When does it come out?
2028.
Jesus Christ. So what's next for Marvel?
Or maybe it's 2027.
What's next for Marvel though?
What's next for Marvel is Wonder Man, the TV show. Eyes of Wakanda is an animated thing coming to Disney Plus in like a couple days. Don't know if anybody's gonna watch that or if it even matters. Wonder Man is a TV show coming to Disney Plus at the end of the year. Next year we got Spider-Man 4.
Okay. Does
We
it have an official title yet, or is it just called Spider-Man 4?
Brand New Day.
A new day. All right.
Brand New Day. Yep, Brand New Day. Don't talk to people about those comic
Nobody.
books because they hate
Oh.
them.
Oh no. What does that mean? Do you hate them?
No, and it's gonna be different. Obviously, like it's not gonna be like what it was in the comics. I think I've talked about it before, but like essentially, Spider-Man's identity gets revealed.
Mm-hmm.
He's he's married to Mary Jane at the time. She's pregnant. He doesn't know she's pregnant. His identity gets revealed because he reveals it during Civil War because Iron Man asks him to help their cause, and he does. And now all his villains know who he is, and his aunt gets killed. Aunt May gets killed, and he goes crazy and starts beating up a bunch of people. He breaks into a prison to beat the shit out of Kingpin to find out who put the hit on his aunt. He even gets the black suit back, the symbiote suit. And then by the end of it, obviously none of that does anything. He wants his Aunt May back, so he makes a deal with Mephisto, where essentially he was never married to MJ, their unborn child, gone, and he gets his aunt back, and he makes that deal. And neither of them have any memory of ever being married to each other. So people hated that because for years in comics, people couldn't wait for Peter and MJ to be together. They finally get married, and then they undo it. It was so bad that the writer was getting death threats. Marvel editors were getting death threats. Spider-Man fans are crazy, and this all
Mm.
happened in like 2009, 2010. So yeah, that's what Brand New Day was in comic books, and obviously we had the last film, right? No Way Home. And now we are gonna have Brand New Day, where Peter, nobody knows who he is, right? Because of the way the spell thing, undoing the spell worked, and he's probably gonna rekindle his romance with MJ, most likely. Who knows? Who knows how that'll go? But it won't be like the comics.
Who knows?
Yeah. So anyway, back to Fantastic Four. Um, yeah, it establishes Franklin Richards, kinda. Post credit scene, we know that Doctor Doom is from this world. At least, maybe, possibly, don't know. I guess. But it makes me think, right? Because obviously they lie to us sometimes, right? When they
Mm.
announced Robert Downey Jr. returning and he's going to be Doctor Doom, they said he's not a variant of Tony Stark or any of this. He is like actually Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. And now I have a feeling that the reality is he's going to be a variant from Earth 838 where this Fantastic Four is, and that's how that's how you get it to work, right? He's the same exact person, but his name's not Tony Stark. It's Victor Von Doom. And in this world, instead of becoming Iron Man, he becomes Doctor Doom or some shit, right? Like, I don't know. I kind of would hate that. I kind of feel like I'm already going to hate it because I've said it before. It only works to me having Robert Downey Jr. back if you never see his face, if it's always covered. But they're gonna have that weird moment where he's not doesn't have his mask on, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's Tony, guys!" And it's not, and you're just like, "Fuck, this is so fucking stupid."
Yeah. It's gonna be really dumb.
Yeah,
I don't. Again, I think I disagree with that casting choice when we originally covered it. You
yeah,
know, I think it was time for like make a new villain. You know, there's other talent out there.
yeah. And that's what I
It
said
was-
too at the time. Like what I just said here. Like it only works to me if you never show his face. But these guys are actors and they want their faces shown, and you know, it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. So
Yep.
is what it is. Um, what else does the movie accomplish? I mean, it establishes Sue Storm as this crazy powerful character. They do a good job with the characterizations. I think the interactions, the family stuff. Yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's a fine film. Like you said, it's a solid 7 out of 10. It's better than a lot of the other stuff Marvel's put out lately, but it's not like after you left right after the movie, of course, but you left before the post credit scenes and stuff because you had a long drive. And Daniel, who came with us, he asked me after the movie, "Is this in your top 5?" I was like, "No, no, it's
Daniel
not.
always asks. Daniel always asks the right questions.
No, it's not in my top 5. I don't know if it's even close to my top 5. Out of what,
What do you
30
think?
movies? It's
Is it in your top 10?
I mean, I could probably name 10 better Marvel films in it right now, honestly. Like, probably not. Like, you know, do what are the movies? Endgame, Infinity War, Winter Soldier,
We need to do another tier list soon.
Black
Like, figure this whole shit
Panther,
out.
Shang-Chi, Civil War, probably the first Avengers, Thor Ragnarok. Like, I think all of those are better.
You're not wrong.
But better in certain ways. Like this movie is unique, right? Like obviously it doesn't there's no tie into anything, there's no whatever, right? Like it's a unique film, it's a standalone MCU film. Thunderbolts is better, by the way. in my opinion. But it's just this movie offers something new. That doesn't necessarily make it exciting. It's a little off the beaten path. It's not full of action. There's a lot of plot. Um, the pacing of the film is kind of odd. Um, it's a heavier tone. Um, it's the character work is almost better than the beat to beat plot stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
the characters work. The story is pretty straightforward, nothing crazy, nothing like where you go, wow, that's so interesting. Um, it's a basic plot with good actors, decent character work, great visuals, and at the end of the day, it just makes it an okay film, right? Like that's just what it is. Unfortunately, and again, I really want to like it. I love the Fantastic Four, but the film doesn't grab me in the way that I think it grabbed other people. Um, but when you talk about how you put it, like how you rank it amongst other MCU films, it offers something different. So it's kind of hard to compare them. But, out of 30 films, it's probably like 12, 13, 14, right? Like, it's not, you know, top 10 even to me. It's not top 5 for sure. So yeah, I don't know what like, do you have a ranking in your mind for it, or
It's definitely not my top 10 considering how many Marvel movies are out there, but it's not like, it's in such the middle of the road. Like, I think it's like just, all right, cool, we got our Marvel movie this year, you know? It's kind of like that. Does it sort of feel like
yeah?
that to you? Like, all right, we
Is
got our
it
Marvel, we got to watch.
well, we got Thunderbolts too.
Yeah, well, that's true, I guess, but we got our, like, I don't know.
Like,
I just,
is it even better than the first Iron Man?
no.
Right? Like,
The first Iron Man, like, I don't know, it was just so grounded, I think. So you really felt for Tony in a lot of ways.
yeah, like we can safely say it's better than Incredible Hulk. It's better than Iron Man 2. It's better than the
You
first
know,
Thor, probably.
better than Iron Man 3.
Yeah, it's better than the first Captain America. Is it better than the Avengers? Probably not.
No.
It's better than Dark World. It's not better than Winter Soldier. It's not better than Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, sure, it's better than Age of Ultron. It's better than Ant-Man. Is it better than Civil War? No. Is it better than
Mm.
Doctor Strange? Probably. I think it's better than Guardians 2. It's not. It's not better to me than Spider-Man: Homecoming. Um, it's not better than Thor: Ragnarok. It's not better than Black Panther. It's not better than Infinity War. It's
Mm.
better than Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's better than Captain Marvel. It's not better than Endgame. It's probably better than Far From Home, right? The second Spider-Man movie. It's better than Black Widow. It's not better than Shang-Chi. Eternals is kind of a sleeper. You either love it or you hate it. I think you and I both
Yeah.
find it incredibly interesting, but
Yeah.
you could say it's similar to Fantastic Four, right? Like obviously Eternals took way more risks. They're both visually very interesting movies. The cinematography is great. The stories, run of the mill kind of stories. Character work is good. They're very similar, I think. You'd probably give the nod to Fantastic Four, though. At least I would, because I like the characters better, personally.
Hmm.
It's not better than No Way Home. It's better than Multiverse of Madness, Love and Thunder. Is it better than Wakanda Forever? Probably, but it's close. It's better than Quantum Mania. It's not better than Guardians 3. It's better than the Marvels. Deadpool and Wolverine is in a league of its own. I think it's hard to compare to MCU movies. That movie was very meta. It's better than Brave New World, and it's not better than Thunderbolts. So it's the first movie of Phase 6. Brand New Day is after that. Doomsday is after that, and Secret Wars is after that. 2027 Doomsday. I mean, Secret Wars. So, yeah, it's better than a lot of things, and it's worse than a lot of things. It probably ends up around 13 or 14 out of 30 films. So it's 30, right? 6, 8,
I have no
10,
idea, man.
12,
I'm not that good at math.
14,
You have to.
16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, wait, more than 30? There's no way. What is that? 32, 4, 6, 37? Ain't no way. That's a lot. Anyway. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh, chronological order. Chronological order. What the fuck? That is not okay. You cannot put out a list in chronological order. Ain't nobody looking at that. 36 films. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, we can do a tier list at some point. We got some time before the next Marvel film, so we can just spend a podcast doing either a tier list or a ranking, like a full ranking. The full ranking is really hard, to do. Tier lists are a little easier because you can kind of see what's in each tier, and you can rank them through the tiers, So
yeah,
might have to do that. But when you're talking about tiers, Fantastic Four probably just falls in B tier. Like it's not an S, it's not an A, it's kind of just a B. Is it a high B, a low B? That's all part of what we can discuss when we do a tier list. But, yeah. Like I think Thunderbolts is like a high A. Personally, and Fantastic Four is probably like a mid to high B. Galactus looked fucking sick. Okay, he was cool. He was really cool. There's a lot of really cool scenes in the movie, but there's a lot of
there were cool scenes. And Galactus did look really cool. He's like a good set piece for the movie. Like he walked around, like he got off his ship. He wasn't just sitting around. He got off his ship and like walked around New York City, and he looked back at the Statue of Liberty and scooped up some dirt. That was pretty cool. And like using his like weird powers where his eyes glow and he can just use like control gravity and shit like that. And he's just Galactus.
Yeah, what's really funny about Galactus is he's evolved so much in comics as well. Like when he first appeared in comics and he came to Earth, he wasn't like he needed Earth. He doesn't consume Earth the way we all think. Like he was building a machine to turn all of the world's water into energy for him to consume. Right? Like
why couldn't they have ran with that? That's actually a pretty interesting plot. Like that's like way more less dumb than I'm gonna steal, like I'm gonna blow up your planet. Like I don't know.
And anybody who's seen What If, right, knows Uatu the Watcher, right? He comes to Earth. The Watcher comes to Earth to warn the Fantastic Four that Galactus is coming. But he also tries to hide Earth from the Silver Surfer. And so, like, you remember at the beginning, I think they showed the scene in Fantastic Four in the movie where like the sky kind of looks like it's on fire.
Yeah.
Like in the comics, that's what the Watcher does. He makes it look like there's fire all around Earth so that like it hides Earth from Silver Surfer. And then and then of course people assume it's Johnny Storm lighting the skies on fire, so all the people turn against him and start throwing rocks and stuff at him. And then eventually the Watcher, it's not working. It's making people mad. So then he does like full like rock formations and asteroids around Earth to try to hide it. But the Silver Surfer still finds it in the end. And so and then Galactus comes and he's like building this like technological thing on top of this building to try to convert all the world's water into energy for him to consume. And then the planet will eventually die from there because there's no water. But he's not like physically eating the planet, right? And this is
Yeah.
again really early, like first appearance, and so they
Was
like
this like the 50s, the 60s?
60s, yeah, mid
Yeah.
60s. Yeah. And so what they stop him essentially by like destroying his machine. So uh I mean, at least I think that's how they stop him. I don't remember fully cuz it's like a 3-book arc kind of, right? It's 48 first Silver Surfer first appears. 49 is the full first appearance of Galactus. He's like in the last panel of 48, and then 50 is kind of when they resolve everything. So, and again, I haven't read this shit in years, so a lot of it's from memory,
Mm.
but I do remember him building the machine on the building, and that was the whole thing, is going to convert the world's water into energy, and that's what he does on planets. Like, he goes and converts their natural resources into energy for him to consume, like that, and that's what he needs. So, yeah.
Mm.
Again, very wacky early on Fantastic Four stuff that they could have done, and this movie could have just been an introduction to Doctor Doom, where he captures Sue and sends him back in time to steal Black Bolt or Blackbeard's treasure. Could have been that.
Mm.
So, anyway,
That
yeah,
would have been very interesting.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely something no one would expect, right? Like, most people haven't read many Fantastic Four comics, if any, and if they have, they haven't necessarily read all the stuff from the very beginning. Like, they're more familiar with Doctor Doom in his modern kind of state, and not the not the early 1960s Doctor Doom. So yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, um, yeah, and they were very concerned as well about, like, when Doctor Doom showed up. Then they were concerned as well about Namor, because Namor, the Submariner, had shown up 2 comic books before that, or one, and had captured Sue Storm.
A
So
common occurrence.
common occurrence, yeah. Yeah. It- Sue has always been a strong character in terms of her powers, but she's a woman character nonetheless in the 1960s, so she was often
Mhm.
made to be the damsel in distress. Not always. Sometimes she was there rescuing Reed from lots of different things, like when he was jammed up into a ball and stuffed inside an urn or whatever, and he couldn't get out.
Mm.
And she had to come help him escape, things like that. But yeah. Anyway, lots of fun, wacky things that they could have done with a movie that they didn't do. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's it. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, just Galactus' design was really cool. He had like these tubes that hooked into his back that were feeding him like molten magma or something like that. And
Yeah.
Silver Surfer was a babe. Like, there's no doubt about that one. Like, if you notice, like all the camera shots are making sure not to show anything below the waist or anything like that, because obviously, like, she was basically butt ass naked up there, like in her Silver Surfer costume. So,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like a Disney property, so they try not to sexualize it too much. But
Yeah.
it's
I,
just,
I do appreciate that we're stepping away from origin stories a little bit. Like, they did a lot. They did more background than they needed to, I think. But it still wasn't like, this was like year 3, right? They're not brand new to being superheroes anymore here.
mm,
So, yeah, there's a lot to like, but overall, like, it doesn't make the movie incredible or anything, in my opinion. It's just a fine movie. That's all we can
mm.
say.
Yep.
So, all right, thanks
Glad
everyone.
Glass on theaters. Glad to see it with
Yeah,
you. And hopefully there'll be more Marvel movies in the future, and we can see them and talk about them.
absolutely. We'll be back one day. Much love. Like, comment, rate, review, subscribe. Click all the buttons, and we'll see you again. Bye.
Later.